India's best UPSC interview guidance by former UPSC board members. 5-pronged approach includes DAF briefing, one-to-one sessions, regional information guidance, feedback by a psychologist, mock interview mimicking the actual interview by former UPSC board members only at KPIS Delhi. This is the guidance by the best to ace the UPSC race. WhatsApp your DAF to 9133957733 now.
Hello everybody, welcome to KPIS Delhi's CARE initiative, Current Affairs through Reverse Engineering.
These are the articles that we'll be seeing today. Let us look into the first article for the day. Supreme Court issues summons to centre on Kerala's suit alleging financial curbs. And the point of discussion in this article that was given in Hindu was subnational borrowing. Borrowing everybody knows, but what is subnational? Occurring below a national level. Tropical, subtropical, right? Likewise, national, subnational. Subnational means occurring below a national level. All right. So it is precisely relating to state governments. All right. In this context, it is state governments. All right. Now, this article, which is related to states borrowing money. Alright, now state governments in India can borrow money from central government. How much can they borrow? Is it infinite amount? Or how much is it? So that is dealt under Article 293 of the Indian Constitution. It covers borrowing by the state government. Alright, it also says that, Article 293 says that, the state government's borrowing power is limited within territory of India. Alright, which means the state governments under 293 cannot borrow from places outside India. Alright, and in the same article, clause 3 and clause 4 of Article 293, they mention that the state governments need to obtain the consent of the centre for raising fresh loans in case they are indebted to the later, and such consent may be granted subject to conditions, which means if the states owe some money to the centre and without repaying that debt, if they are applying for new loans, then the centre has to grant consent for raising such fresh loans. Also, that centre granting permission is subject to conditions. All right. This is about Article 293. We also have seen instances where the state governments borrowed money from international agencies, right? So how can we say that states cannot borrow from external agencies? Okay, it is not covered under 293. All right. For that, Cabinet must approve and give permission. For example, MMRDA, that is Mumbai Metropolitan Region Development Authority. It's a state government entity and it was allowed to borrow directly from the Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA. Alright, and Cabinet actually has given permission for this entity to borrow money. Alright, so state agencies or the state governments can borrow money from international agencies provided the central government gives permission. And on what basis will the central government give permission? On the basis that the state finances are sound enough. All right. Now, what is the role of RBI in debt management? RBI is statutorily mandated to manage the public debt of central government. All right. With the agreement of state governments, RBI can undertake the management of public debt in state governments. All right. Statutorily, it is mandated to manage the public debt of central government, and with the agreement of states, it can do the same function with respect to states also. All right. Except the state of Sikkim, all other states have an agreement with the RBI to undertake the management of their public debt. All right. This is the role of RBI. And what is the limit? Is it infinite? How much can the state governments borrow? So the limit is set by the state legislatures itself according to the fiscal responsibility rules. All right. Not rules, legislations. Okay. So, the fiscal responsibility legislations of the respective states will set the limit for the amount that can be borrowed. All right. Now, consider the following. RBI is statutorily mandated to manage the public debt of all state governments in India. This is wrong because it is statutorily mandated to manage the public debt of central government, and if the state governments agree, it will do so with state governments. Alright? So, this is wrong. State governments in India cannot raise loans outside the territory of India. This is wrong. Okay, because we've just seen that central, if it is agreeing, then the states can go and borrow from international agencies. We've given all the example of Mumbai Metropolitan Development Authority, right? This is wrong. Next, state government needs to obtain the consent of the center for raising fresh loans in case they are indebted to the later. This is correct, right? So only one statement is right. Next, consider the following statements. The Reserve Bank of India manages and services Government of India securities but not the state government securities. See, government securities, also known as GSEC, is a tradable instrument issued by the central government or state governments. Okay, it acknowledges the government debt obligations, and these GSECs are managed by RBI. RBI, on behalf of the center, regularly conducts GSEC auctions. Okay, that is the story of central government. Now, state government transactions are also carried out by RBI in terms of agreement entered with state governments. All right, not any state government securities. This is wrong. All right, so when one is wrong, A is gone, D is gone, 3 is common, which means 3 is correct. Now you have to check for second one. Treasury bills are issued by Government of India and there are no treasury bills issued by state governments. This is correct, right? So 2 and 3 are right. Now what are treasury bills? They are short-term debt instruments issued by the center. Okay, they play a vital role in cash management. Okay, they are risk-free. Okay, and it will be less than 1 year. Short term means less than 1 year. It may be for 91 days, it may be for 182 days, or it may be for 364 days. Alright, so 91 double 182, alright, and 182 double 364, and this 364 is less than 1 year, right? So these are the tenors. Okay. Relaxed assumptions can throw better light on cold dark matter of the universe. Alright, now we know what is dark matter. Now, what is cold dark matter can be a potential question. First of all, for those who do not know what dark matter is, let me tell you that dark matter constitutes approximately only dark matter. It constitutes approximately 25% of the universe's total mass energy content. Okay, and this dark matter does not emit, nor does it absorb, nor does it reflect. Okay, so it is very difficult because it's invisible and challenging to observe directly. Alright, and the third point that you have to remember is its presence is inferred. Then how do we know that dark matter exists? Its presence is inferred from gravitational effects on visible matter. Alright, such as galaxies and galaxy clusters. Alright. So these are some points with respect to dark matter. Then what is cold dark matter? Cold dark matter refers to a type of dark matter with particles that move at speed which is lower than the speed of light. It is cold dark matter refers to a type of dark matter with particles whose speed is less than the speed of light. Alright, and the primary role of this cold dark matter is inferred through the gravitational effects on visible matter. Alright. So what the scientists are opining is that this cold dark matter will play a crucial role in the hierarchical structure of the formation of the universe. All right. So that is about cold dark matter. There is another term which you have to know, dark energy. Okay, this dark energy makes up to 70% of the total mass energy content of the universe. And unlike dark matter, dark energy is believed to be responsible for accelerated expansion of the universe. Expansion of universe. This energy is believed to be responsible for the accelerated expansion of the universe, and dark energy exerts a repulsive force and counteracting gravity and leading to the observed cosmic acceleration. All right. And one more definition of dark energy is that it is a cosmological constant associated with empty space as proposed by Einstein's equations of general relativity. So these are the basics that you should know. Now, which of the following statements best describes cold dark matter in the context of astrophysics and cosmology? CDM is a type of dark matter that moves at speeds close to speed of light. No, it is less than speed of light, right? CDM refers to any non-luminous matter that interacts strongly with electromagnetic forces. No, this is wrong because CDM particles are considered collisionless, meaning they do not interact strongly with each other. So this is wrong. CDM is a subtype of dark matter characterized by particles moving at speeds much slower than the speed of light. This is correct, right? We've just seen the definition. Now, which of the following is cited by the scientists as evidence for the continued expansion of the universe? Detection of microwaves in space. This is correct because the radiation is thought to be afterglow of Big Bang, and its properties provide strong evidence for continued expansion of the universe. Okay, so 1 is correct. When 1 is correct, B is gone, D is also gone. Okay, so if you choose 2, then 3 and 4 will automatically be eliminated. Okay, if you were even striking off, if you are deciding on statement 2, your answer is done. Okay. Now, observation of redshift phenomenon in space. What is this redshift phenomenon in this context? See, when astronomers observe light from distant galaxies, they find that the light is shifted towards the red end spectrum. Alright, this is because the galaxies are moving away from us and the light is stretched out as it travels through expanding space. Alright, so redshift, I've just said that when astronomers observe light from distant galaxies, they find that the light is shifting towards the red end of one spectrum. Alright, so this is also correct. It is giving you the evidence that galaxies are moving away from us and the light is stretched out as it travels through expanding space. So statement 2 is correct. So when second statement is correct, C is gone, A is the answer. Alright. DRDO conducts successful flight test of new generation Akash missile off Odisha coast. Alright, so for prelims, some technicalities or some information about this Akash missile, new generation Akash missile, is very important. Alright, now Akash, new generation Akash missile is now Akash NG, new generation. So it is a medium range, mobile, surface to air missile defense system, and it is developed by DRDO and produced by Bharat Dynamics Limited and Bharat, BDL and BE. Alright, the missile uses, this is the first one, it is surface to air missile, and the missile uses Q-band active radar seeker. And the third point is the second stage of this particular missile uses dual pulse solid rocket motor, which is lighter when compared to air breathing ramjet engine present in the earlier Akash and Akash 1S missiles. Okay, so with respect to second stage of this missile is using a motor which is lighter when compared to air breathing ramjet engine. Air breathing ramjet engine was present in the earlier versions of Akash missiles, and now improvised version is lighter than that. Alright, and this particular test was conducted off the Orissa coast, that is from Chandipur. Alright, and this particular flight test has validated the functioning of complete weapon system. Complete weapon system, that is consisting of missile with indigenously developed radio frequency seeker, multi-function radar, launcher, and command control and communication system. Alright, so these are some basics. Consider the following statements with regard to Akash new generation missile. It is a medium range surface to surface missile defense system. It is not surface to surface, it is surface to air. Alright, so this is wrong. It uses Q band active radar seeker. This is correct. Unlike its previous versions, in the second stage, it uses air breathing ramjet engine. No, because in the previous versions they used this air breathing ramjet engine. Alright, so this is wrong. So only one statement is correct. Now, which one of the following is India's first indigenously designed and developed long-range subsonic cruise missile which can be deployed from multiple platforms? Astra is actually air-to-air missile and not long-range subsonic cruise missile. Alright, so this is wrong. A is gone. Second is Akash. Akash is surface to air missile. Alright, and it is also not long range subsonic cruise missile, so this is also one. Nirbhay is the correct answer because it is India's first indigenously designed and developed long range subsonic cruise missile and can be deployed from multiple platforms like from air, from underwater vessels. Okay, so C is the answer. Japan launches an intelligence gathering satellite to watch for North Korean missiles. Intelligence gathering satellite. Which intelligence gathering satellite are they referring to? It is optical 8 satellite. Alright. So some basics about IGS optical 8. Okay. Now what are the uses of this optical 8 satellites? It has two uses. One, it is for tracking North Korean military activities, and two, for civilian purposes, that is to monitor natural disasters. Okay. And second point is that Japan started this program as a direct result of North Korea conducting a test of Taepodong-1 missile over Japan's territory back in 1988. Alright, and this particular satellite was launched aboard This is H2A. What is this? H2A is an active expandable launch system operated by Mitsubishi Heavy Industries for JAXA, that is Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency. Alright. And this H2A is a two-stage liquid fuel medium lift launch vehicle. Yeah? Now, Optical 8 satellite was launched recently by which of the following countries for national defense and to monitor natural disasters? It is Japan. Alright. What is the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense THAAD, sometimes seen in news? So basically this THAAD is an anti-ballistic missile system of the US Army that can shoot down short, intermediate and medium range ballistic missiles in their terminal phase. Alright, and where is this located? The THAAD site is in rural area of central South Korea. Alright, and it is a ballistic missile system of the US Army. Alright. Now, an Israel radar system? No. India's indigenous anti-missile program? No. An American anti-missile system? Yes. C is the answer. See, we have Prithvi Air Defense System. Okay, so Prithvi PAD, that is PAD. It is an anti-ballistic missile developed to intercept incoming ballistic missiles outside the atmosphere. Alright, so that is related to Indian Ballistic Missile Defense Program. Alright, so for this question, C is the answer.
This is it for today. All the best.